Every revolution begins with a dream. Before chatbots, neural networks, or deep learning, there was one question. Can a machine think? From wartime code breakers to digital prophets, this is the incredible story of how human curiosity created artificial minds. This is the history of artificial intelligence, from Turing to ChatGPT. Long before computers, philosophers pondered logic and reason. Aristotle envisioned rules of thought. Descartes spoke of mechanical bodies and rational souls. By the 19th century, mathematicians like George Boole turned logic into algebra. Then, in 1936, Alan Turing defined computation, a machine that could follow instructions to solve any logical problem. That paper became the blueprint of all computing and the birth certificate of artificial intelligence. During World War II, Turing built machines that cracked Nazi ciphers, proving computation could defeat human intuition. After the war, he posed the ultimate challenge: can machines think? His Turing test proposed that if a human couldn't tell the difference between a person and a machine in conversation, the machine could be considered intelligent. It was both a scientific proposal and a philosophical grenade. Turing died before seeing his dream realized, but his question ignited a field. In the summer of 1956, 10 scientists met at Dartmouth College. They coined the term artificial intelligence. Names like John McCarthy, Marvin Minsky, Herbert Simon, and Alan Turing dreamed of digital minds that could reason and learn. The 1960s were filled with optimism. Programs like the Logic Theorist solved mathematical proofs. ELIZA, created by Joseph Weizenbaum, mimicked a psychotherapist through simple text patterns and amazed users. Computers were slow, but hope was fast. Governments poured money into thinking machines, but the dream was running ahead of technology. Reality hit hard. Computers lacked memory and data. Programs that could solve toy problems failed in the real world. The US and UK cut funding. Optimism froze. This period became known as the AI winter, a decade of disappointment. Yet in the shadows, progress continued. New fields like expert systems emerged. Programs that captured human rules in narrow domains. It wasn't true intelligence, but it worked. In medicine, finance, and engineering. AI's flame dimmed, but it never died. By the 1980s, corporations saw potential. Mycin diagnosed blood infections. XCON configured computers for Digital Equipment Corporation, saving millions. The term knowledge engineering was born, but these systems required handwritten rules, and when those rules multiplied, maintenance collapsed. Once again, AI hit its limits. By the late 1980s, funding dried up. Another winter set in. While the world lost faith, a few researchers looked to the brain. In 1986, Geoffrey Hinton, David Rumelhart, and Ronald Williams introduced backpropagation, a method to train multi-layer neural networks. It was elegant, powerful, and years ahead of its time. Throughout the 1990s, AI shifted toward data-driven methods. IBM's Deep Blue defeated chess champion Garry Kasparov in 1997, the first symbolic victory of machine over mind. AI wasn't just back, it was winning. The internet changed everything. Suddenly there was data, billions of photos, sentences, and searches. Algorithms could finally learn from the real world. Researchers like Yann LeCun, Andrew Ng, and Fei-Fei Li pushed machine learning into the mainstream. Support vector machines classified patterns. Early neural networks learned to recognize digits and faces. The AI winter was over. A new age of learning had begun. In 2012, a team at the University of Toronto led by Geoffrey Hinton built a neural network called AlexNet. Trained on millions of images, it crushed the ImageNet competition, reducing error rates by half. The world took notice. Google, Facebook, and Nvidia poured billions into AI research. Voice assistants, image recognition, and language translation improved overnight. By 2015, deep learning was everywhere. AI was no longer a lab curiosity, it was the engine of the digital economy. Then came a paper titled "Attention is All You Need." It introduced the transformer, an architecture that allowed models to read and understand context across entire sentences. This led to BERT, GPT-2, T5, and beyond. Language became a frontier of intelligence. Transformers gave AI memory, coherence, and creativity. They could summarize, translate, even write code. The dream of general language understanding was finally real. In 2022, OpenAI launched ChatGPT, and the world changed overnight. For the first time, ordinary people could converse with an artificial mind that remembered, reasoned, and created. Within months, generative AI exploded. Images, videos, music, and code. AI became a household word. It could write essays, compose symphonies, design buildings, and simulate reality. What began with Turing's question became a global transformation. Every leap brings new dilemmas. Bias, misinformation, job loss, and control are now central debates. Governments draft AI laws. Researchers discuss alignment and safety. Meanwhile, companies build ever larger models, blending AI with robotics, biotech, and quantum computing. The story is far from over. It's only accelerating. From Turing's desk to your smartphone, the journey of AI is the story of human imagination. We taught machines to learn, and in doing so, we learned more about ourselves. Artificial intelligence is not just a technology, it's our mirror, reflecting the endless search for understanding. If you followed this far into the age of intelligence, subscribe to FutureGen Learning. Next, we'll explore the rise of deep learning, how 2012 changed everything. Because to understand where AI is going, we must know how it got here.